it is a fine line you walk when you start a video gaming YouTube channel, and one thing that was very important to us when we started this was we never wanted to become that channel that talked about games and didn't play games.
Yes.
But when we came up with that, we weren't quite aware that there were going to be some games that were going to jump out of nowhere and say, hey, you don't got time for a YouTube channel because I'm going to suck the life out of you and I'm going to swallow your soul. And it's going to shut your channel down.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about 5 modern-ish games that shut the channel down. Like, literally stopped production, made us behind, made us miss uploads.
Yeah.
Freaking make us behind. And we were so into the game that we were like, that's okay.
Yeah, dude, it's wild because we've always adhered to a pretty strict production schedule. Yeah. A few of these on here are when we were doing 2 uploads a week.
Yeah.
You remember those days? And we were live streaming. Yeah. And it was so crazy, and we were always big on having a ton of videos in the can, right? So then if something came up, we thought, what a great strategy. You have 4 to 6 videos in the can, and then something pops off, we're ready to go. These games inevitably always ruined that plan.
Yes, so we're going to do it in reverse order from like a while ago, a few years ago, to the most modern game that's paused the channel. So the first one we're going to talk about is Mega Man 11. This game is incredible. I know it came out a few years ago, but it's still modern. It's still on modern-ish consoles. We played it on PS4.
Yeah.
Fantastic Mega Man game, and honestly, this is the only Mega Man game I've ever beaten.
Not me, but this is my favorite Mega Man game.
Yes, my favorite.
I love this game. This is early on in the channel. I want to say maybe in our first 10 videos we reviewed this game.
Yep.
Maybe. It was somewhere in those first
It was definitely in the first 50.
Yeah, so... But what happened was we weren't going to review the game until we beat the game. And I don't know if you remember this fun little story.
Yeah, I remember. Don't remind
me. We beat this game like 1.8 times because we thought the gear in the corner...
meant autosave.
Didn't mean autosave. And so I remember the next night we're like, dude, we've got a couple levels left. No save file.
Yeah, we didn't save it.
So did we do a half-baked review? Oh, hell no, we didn't. We finished the game, and our review came out after everybody else's, but who cares? At the time, we had like 25 subs.
Yeah, dude, but I remember we grinded on it.
Yeah.
Like, there's other games on this list that we spent a lot more time with, but we grinded on it, and we almost beat it in one night, and then had to almost beat it, and then beat it the next night.
Yeah.
And like literally, we were like, we can't do anything.
Dude, I remember both those nights. I think we were up close to midnight on work nights.
Yes, they were school nights.
Yeah.
Like, we had to get it done, and the feeling I had, it's like the pit dropped in my stomach when we loaded up, and we were like, "Where's the save file?"
Not good.
We were like, "What do we do? Do we just give up?" Nope.
No, we got it done, and it's a really fun game.
It's a fantastic game.
It's such a good game that I definitely want to revisit it here very soon.
Great platforming. I love the abilities. Now let's move on to a somewhat modern game, but it's a retro game that came out for modern consoles. Ultra Core.
Yeah, so this game was one of those like talked about unreleased Genesis games, and we picked it up on the Switch. And I believe these are all in the order that we beat them.
Yep.
But Ultra Core was so fun, but we got ourselves in a little bit of a pickle in that game because you get like a code, a save code.
A save code, yeah. So you get a unique code at every like few levels that we wrote down, like we have it written down in the book. But it saves everything that you like. It saves the lives you were at, the money. Like, I don't remember. It's been a few years since I played it, but so whatever when you enter that code, that's where you start with.
Yeah.
So when we got to a code, had like no lives.
We got to a point where we painted ourselves into a no death run corner. And maybe we had like 2 lives or something, but basically we had to...
And we couldn't take hits.
Oh.
And dude, so I remember we got the game, it was a weekend. So this game consumed us just for a weekend. We got it on a Friday night and we were loving it, and we were like, let's maybe, I think we talked about, we did a video on it, and we were like, let's play it a lot and then we'll beat it Saturday. Saturday came, we played it all day Saturday, and we still hadn't beat it because we were stuck in a corner. Because we kept dying. We were like,
but you can't start over.
No, we were so far in, we were like, you don't want to start over.
Yeah.
So then we took us Sunday, and then I think we filmed like late Sunday, and then edited and to get a video out. But that was a grind, because there are some levels where you're just like, you can't get in.
So I distinctly remember the back end of that game. For the most part, I really, really enjoyed it. But the back end, I don't know if you remember those floaty, bouncy platforms.
Jesus, yeah.
That the timing on them was poor. It was a poor design.
And we died so many times.
I loved the game, but the timing of when you would push the button was like nothing else that you've ever played. And that one spot was like 3/4 of the way through the level. So you had to get all the way there.
And then just die.
Yeah, it was brutal.
And then there was another part where you had to like run through and things are closing on you.
Yeah.
And we were like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of trap deaths that until you see it, you don't know what's
But
going. Yeah.
incredible game.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that weekend. But it literally, that was all we did.
Yeah.
And we were like, we gotta do this. you
Yeah.
know?
Now getting to more of the modern stuff that we have encountered. You know, all these. Well, Mega Man 11 we played on the PS4, but the rest of these have been on the Switch. And Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
So we streamed this game for the most part. Did we ever play it offline?
Yeah, we
maybe
did.
A
I
little
think
bit.
a little
yeah,
bit.
a little bit to like get some stuff and just explore because there's a lot of wandering around. But I remember when Metroid Dread came out, I didn't know what to expect. I was excited, but my hopes weren't high.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy shit. This game blew my mind. It was insane. And I remember like when we weren't playing it and I was at work or I was doing other things, I was thinking about Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
I was like, where are the life cells? Where are... I was just like, have we looked in this area? Have we looked... I couldn't stop thinking about the game. So every time we got together, we were playing it and we were like, what did we miss?
You know when you're at work and on like your little stack of post-it notes, you're drawing the Metroid map from memory of where I've been, and I don't want to look shit up. So I think I don't know if we ever went back this.
Yes,
That's how crazy this game made us.
You come in with notes and you're like, I don't think we went back 2 worlds ago.
Yeah.
You know? So, incredible game, beautiful. That's a game I want to revisit too, even though it consumed my life.
Yeah.
But I do want to revisit it. It was incredible.
I think this next game, this isn't in any particular order other than what we beat them in.
Yeah.
But I would say this next game is number 1 if this was a ranking.
Yes,
And
for
that's-
the most time consumed.
Yeah, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which I was so happy to play through this with you because you had never fully beaten a Zelda game.
No, I hadn't. This is my first Zelda game I actually put time into.
Yeah.
I've played a lot. I've dabbled with a lot of other ones. But this is one where I was like, okay, I'm in it. I'm in the weeds. We spent... Oh, dude. There were because we played it out in the living room.
Yeah.
So there were nights I'd come over for like doing YouTube. We wouldn't even come in the game.
Yeah. Then we were supposed to film like 2 episodes. Yeah.
Dude, and this game we played for months.
Yeah.
So we missed live streams. We missed uploads. We missed freaking everything. Because we were like, let's just play Zelda. You just want to play Zelda? And let's play Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. See, what's weird is we spent so much time with this game. And I loved every second of it, even though it consumed my life for months. I want to play it again.
Yeah.
I want to, because there's stuff I missed.
Yeah.
And like playing it alone, it will be a different experience. You know, that we play it together. But I feel like it's too soon since we just beat it a few months ago.
Well, I think you would benefit. You guys in the comments can let Robert know your thoughts of. Might be just fun for you to jump in and do Breath of the Wild.
But I'm so used to the buildability. And,
Yeah.
But I guess it's been a few months, so maybe
Yeah.
That's a game that I've started, but I haven't. Gotten. But
it didn't get its hooks into you.
Oh, that was another one where I was like thinking about where's all the armor? Where's all like have we been here? Because we were looking for all the shrines. And we're still missing stuff.
And then just when you're thinking, oh, I'm getting it figured out, you find the underworld and all.
Yeah, and then you're like, let's fight this dragon, and you're like, oh my god, this dragon's hard as hell.
Yeah.
Dude, incredible game.
Yeah, for sure.
For those of you that were around when we were playing this, you were like, oh, the channel is on pause.
Yeah.
Because we weren't doing anything.
Next one was a quicker beat, most recent beat.
Yeah, beat it a few days ago.
Yeah. But it did pause things. Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
And I would say for the most part, we haven't done a review on it. We may do some more videos on it. It was a pretty easy run-of-the-mill Mario game, with the exception of the Wonder Seed parts were just very trippy and psychedelic and really cool and refreshing. Dude. Had those parts not been in the game, it maybe would have felt a little too status quo.
Yeah, but what was really cool about the Wonder Seed parts is it felt like every time you went into it, it felt like a new... Like, what the heck? There was nothing like rehashed. I mean, there were a few times where you'd be top down, and that happened a few times, but it felt different every time.
Yep.
And so I was like, dude, this is incredible.
But the last 2 levels you unlock, they ain't playing, folks. And that is where the game started to make me feel a little insane. In particular, on the very last level, but even the one prior to that.
There's a final level. And then there's the final level.
Yeah, the badge run. Yeah.
Oh my god. So the final level, because we were going for 100%, so we were trying to get all the coins, all the standees, all the top of the flagpoles, plus beat the level, obviously.
Yep.
So these hard levels, you're playing and you're like, oh, fuck, I missed the coin.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, just finish the level, we can go back. But it's odd. I remember that, and we thought that the final level was the final level. And we beat it, and then all of a sudden a path revealed, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Here we go. And you know what's fun, and I love playing the way we attack any of these games is we play them co-op. And you might be thinking, like, how the hell do you do that?
Yeah, they're single player games.
We just pass the controller back and forth in Mario. It's like, hey, this is your level, this is my level, and it doesn't matter if you die. Keep going, man. Yeah. And I'll take the next one. Same thing with Tears of the Kingdom, Metroid Dread, Ultra Core, Mega Man 11. But it's so much more fun to go through it. So like we each beat like half the game.
Yeah. So that's what's kind of fun is like I want to replay them again.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to do it by myself because there's areas that like I watched.
Yeah.
But I didn't play, and there's also areas where I'm like, I can't do this. I give you the controller.
Goes both ways. There's times where I'm like, dude, I'm just not good at these parts. You take it. So,
dude, and also we play differently, so it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And fun to learn, and also it's like, dude, you missed something, or check this out, or let's. Oh man, Wonder. That last level almost made me snap. Well, the first level that almost made us snap was that dumb jumping level. Remember that?
Yeah, the wall jumper.
yeah, Jesus. And then the final level.
Yeah.
Yikes. We got so good at that final level that we were speed running it.
Yeah.
Except for the invisible part. And then every time we got there, we would die.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are we that good, but not?
Oh, we were just crushing that fucking
literally thing. Just like, I could, muscle memory just...
Yeah.
I felt really cool.
Yeah.
Until we got to the invisible level.
Yeah.
But we did it, 100% it. And it literally, like, we spent just all day, we were like, we got stuff to do, but it's just like, let's just play this.
And this doesn't even include... We're whining right now, okay? We're crying, we're pissing, we're moaning. These channels, they kept us from doing YouTube. And this is just the modern games. This is just the top 5 modern games.
Yep.
You want to dive into some other stuff? Oh, man, there's been some games that we were more into than these games that made it even harder over the last 5 years.
We just
keep the train on the tracks.
We just wanted to talk about the modern stuff because we've done no death runs, we've done playthroughs, and, like, those take time.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll talk about those in, like, a different video, but... I do like though that we are dedicated to playing games, and
Super
especially
important.
beating games.
Yes.
Like I started a list a few months ago because someone in our Patreon was like, "Oh, how many games have you beaten?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not sure." So I started a list. So now it's awesome to be like, write that down.
Yep.
Write that down.
Yep.
Let's freaking go. Let's chip through these games.
Yeah.
And especially when I can put 100%. I love that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that just gets into a whole nother thing, and I don't care to go there. To each their own. I don't care how anybody else runs their channel, but I do wonder sometimes, like, do you really play games? And how long do you play them? Do you play them enough to just sniff them? Like, oh, I get it. Or do you really play it and get the nuance? Because there's been so many games that I've wanted to play because of somebody's recommendation, and I get to a certain threshold in the game, and I'm like, oh man, the rest of this game falls off the tracks.
Yeah,
it's not great.
Kind of sucks.
And there's a lot of games where people are like, oh, this is my favorite modern retro or whatever it is, and you get like to the midpoint, and you're like, this game's actually like it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. The first few 5 levels are good, but no, it's not a good game.
Yeah, the ending sucks.
Yeah,
so
I'm glad we have committed to that, and we haven't beat the most games of anybody. It's not like we're pounding our chest, but if we do get into something, we're gonna beat it. Yeah.
Well, and also it makes it tough too because we play games together. Mm-hmm. So we're not. So we gotta first be together, and then play games, and then also on top of that, when we are together, we're doing production and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can't beat as many games as most people just doing it by themselves, and then also. Sometimes it's like since we're playing it together, I suck at this part, and I'm dying a ton, so it takes us longer.
Yeah.
So, and that makes it fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's just awesome, dude.
Next game getting down on the list, just in case anybody hasn't been to our live streams, is RoboCop. Oh,
dude,
how you doing?
I am in love with that game.
And that may make us go back to some of the shitty RoboCops from yesteryear. Original Xbox, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
We're loving some RoboCop.
Rogue City is incredible.
I don't even know why we're talking about that, but this is the modern games that help shut down the channel, and maybe RoboCop will someday make the list. That's the tie-in. That was the tie-in I was looking for.
He got it. He got there.
All right, guys. We're done. Appreciate you tuning in, subscribing to the channel. Love all the support. And we'll catch you on the next. Right here on the one and only Gaming Off the Grid. Take care, everybody.